Hey love, this is your 28. So you already know what's going on, right? So we don't do nothing but slap the world with truth. That's exactly what we're gonna do. The guest we have here has been through nothing but what people would call hardship. He knows what it's like to live in fear, but yet he still remains confident through his journey. He's done a lot for the city and he continues to do a lot for the city on this journey. And I want to introduce him to you all so you all can get a dose of this confidence that Queen A has been getting as I've been blessed to share these last, what has it been, like, I want to say at least a year that I've known him now. And so let me introduce, without further ado, Mr. Daniel Faye Holmes, who Queen A loves to call Mr. Daniel C. So, no, but how are you doing today?
I'm fine. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great, great. Love to have you here today. And I'm so grateful that you chose to be here today. Kind of tell the world about who you are, where you're from, and what you do.
Okay. Well, my name is Daniel Faye Holmes, but um, uh, they changed the Faye to Fate. Um, and I'm also known as Abdul Emmanuel Hakim, the dreamer's reality.
So I want to talk a little about they changing the face to fate. Can you explain a little bit about that? So what is the reasoning behind that?
Yes. I went to the to get my birth certificate, and the lady uh, changed the uh, Faye into Fate. Basically, my name means uh, Daniel. God is with God. God is my judge. Faye means faith, and Holmes means over the islands or the rivers. But they changed it to Daniel Fate, which meant destiny. So basically, it was Daniel Faye Holmes. When I went to California, they gave me the name Abdul Emmanuel Hakim. Abdul means servant. Emmanuel means God's with you, and Hakim means wise one or wisdom. And they seen that I was searching for something. That's why I had the name, the dreamer's reality. Yes. So
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you for sharing that with us, Mr. Holmes. So I have to ask you, Daniel C. You know it's Queen A call you, but don't call him that now. Only Queen A can call him that. So no. But Mr. Holmes, I have to ask you this. You said they said you were searching for something, right?
Yeah.
Is there something throughout your life that you feel like you were searching for, and if so, can you explain that throughout your journey? What you
Well,
feel
basically,
like
I
you
was searching for myself.
Mm.
And at first, I had a poem I gave to Jesse Jackson called "Why Me."
Now, how many years ago was that?
That was
because we know
back
that
when he was. Shoot, that was over maybe about 30 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sitting with a legend right here.
Well, I was supposed to give it to. I tried to give it to him. He was doing the speech, and he, questioning and answering. And I had this question. I had this poem called "Why Me." I can't remember how it goes, but after the child, they cut everything off, and I told the person that was in charge of the question and answer. I told him to give him that, you know. But since I didn't get my questions answered or him reading my poem, that's when I started writing. I had a book, memoir, um, uh, called All My Dreams and Thoughts.
Interesting.
and it was about some of the things that my sisters went through with their people, their boyfriends or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it was also about the realities that I seen in life. And when I went to California, um, I went with my uncle. My uncle took me to California. He wanted me to help him, and uh, he was the electrician. So he had me and my cousins digging trenches, and we was like,
Now, how old was you when that
I
happened?
was about maybe uh, I was about maybe about 22, something like that.
Digging trenches.
Digging trenches.
And these young people complain about nothing. Think if we ask them to dig a trench right now, well, I'm telling you, they think all hell breathing is before. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So at the end of the month, he gave us. Well, he gave me $80, and I'm like, what?
I was looking at it like this.
Well, he told me I brought you to California, this and that, and this, and you're living under my roof, and this and that, and I'm like, okay. So I told him that I wanted to meet Stevie Wonder and Michael Jackson and give them my memoirs. And he got mad at me, like ain't nobody told me anything about, you doing anything writing or anything.
Right.
I used to, in high school, I was in the choir,
Okay.
and I was also in the doing some acting and stuff. And
Okay.
yeah, so um, basically, that's another story.
Okay. Let's next time. That's okay.
Yeah, we can talk about that next time. But he got mad at me, and he said, I ought to knock you out, or hit me in my head.
Mm-hmm.
So I bowed down and said, go ahead, okay, go ahead.
Go ahead and bust me in the head. Oh my gosh.
So that night, I was dreaming, and I dreamed about this spirit came to me. It was Native American. He told me to leave. I went out the back window.
Right.
I got all my stuff and left. He told me to go west.
Okay.
So I walked west, and I found myself at this board at the like the lake, and I looked up, and I seen the seagull going east. And I followed the seagull. I ended up at my other uncle's house. I only been there once, and my uncle, the one I was with, he took me there once. So I went all the way. It was maybe about 10 miles I walked, following the seagull, and he took me. The seagull basically showed me how to get to my uncle's house. So I got there real early, and I told my uncle what happened. My uncle had 5 kids, and he wasn't as rich as my other uncle. Right. So he took me in, and I kind of felt guilty, like, wow, he got 5 kids trying to take care of me and all this stuff. Both uncles are from my mother's side. Oh, okay. So basically, I had to leave. After a while, I left from his house, and I hit the streets. I basically made myself homeless, and I was in Oakland, California. So I would go to the different pantries and stuff like that.
Right.
sleep. Um, I have a cat now. He sleeps next to the uh, the building
Okay.
because the heat sometimes come out of the building, and I did that in California.
Really?
So okay, I got tired of that. I said okay. So I started walking around and I checked the buildings.
Now, let me stop you for a second for the audience, because I gotta know, what mindset did you have as you was in California? Because where are you from? You're from Cincinnati, or are
Yeah,
you
I'm
from?
from Cincinnati.
Okay, so you're in a whole nother state, right? And how old were you at the time?
I was maybe about 20.
So you're in your 20s
Yeah,
at the time, and you're in a whole nother state. And California is like,
It's big,
that's
yeah.
about to say it's big compared to Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati, no.
Mm-hmm.
What was the mind frame or mindset, or what was going through your mind at that time? Can you talk to us about that and how you remained confident through that?
Well, I had.
Or if you even had confidence at that time?
I think I did
Okay.
because I knew I, um, I had a sense. I was going by my senses, and I was going by what my spirit was telling me to do. So basically, that's what I did. So I also went to Laney College. I had my suits and all that stuff, and I would act like I was a student. And I went to the locker room. I had all my stuff. If I found something, I had some books and stuff. I had all my books.
Right.
I had books on astrology, numerology, uh, Enoch. I had all the main books because my brother taught me. That ooh.
Look, some thoughts came through your head at that moment. He's like, "Ooh, hold up," brought back some memories. Huh?
Yeah, my brother, his name was Joseph Holmes.
Apologize. You lost your brother?
Yeah, recently last year
Oh,
in
apologize for your
December,
loss.
it'll be a year. Um, he his story is deep too because he worked at the library and he gathered stuff from the library, but also he was drafted, but he didn't go in. So he changed his name to Yusuf Ali Amin because the same time he was drafted, uh, Muhammad Ali was drafted. So you know
Right.
he got into Islam and stuff like that.
Okay.
He taught me numerology, taught me astrology, um, a little bit about the Bible and everything.
Right.
I was I was maybe I was young. I was very young.
You was a young whippersnapper then. You ain't gonna tell
Yeah,
you don't want to talk about them young days. I'm just
and
kidding.
my sister, her name was Ruby,
Okay.
and Ruby and my brother Joseph, they used to go in his room
Okay.
and listen to Malcolm and Elijah Muhammad speak.
Okay.
So I would be at the door,
Mm-hmm.
trying to listen in. You know, I was maybe about 9 or something like that, and
So that's how you acquired a lot of your knowledge from sneaking and geeking. See, sometimes you got to do that to get some good knowledge. I'm telling you, So that's a good thing you did that.
Yeah. So basically,
So you learned a lot from your brother.
I learned. Yeah, I
like.
learned a lot from him. Uh, we also had wars, you know, because he was the oldest son and I was the youngest. We both were born on the same day, August 4th. He was born Well, he was born
How many years apart are
11 years.
y'all? 11?
11 years
On the
apart.
same day.
On the same day.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was the baby.
Of all of y'all.
Yeah, so he was more direct.
Right.
And I was more integrated.
Mm-hmm.
So
makes sense because of the time difference and what was going on during it. That makes sense.
Yeah. So he was born 1980, 1948.
I was about to say now, Daniel, I was about to say 1980, but he's about close to my age, Daniel.
Yeah, 1948. And I was born 1959. So he was born kind of like during the war. Okay. And I was born after the war. So
that man difference.
Yeah. Oh. So basically, at my birthday, after I left school, right. Which is another story, and I wrote this I guess it was a poem. I call it my introduction.
So what is the name of it? What is the name of this
poem?
It's called
Daniel's Word.
Daniel's Word. Okay. And so when was this poem written?
It was written.
Oh, this word written.
On my birthday, August 4th, 1978.
Really?
Yes.
And so if you don't mind, can I ask you to share? Do you mind sharing the word?
I don't mind.
We will all want to hear it. Don't y'all want to hear it? I want to hear it. Okay, so.
Okay. It starts off. Be aware, all my brothers, because I am now free. The light hath shined on Daniel. He now is inside of me. The power of the Spirit I call from above. Now I know and feel the name of the dove. Love is the answer. This I will now tell. Using your mind as a spirit that will take you out of hell. So rise up, my brothers. Open your eyes and clearly see the word of Daniel lives today with you and me. So come on, my people, and be free. The light of God shines in both you and me.
I like that. I like that. And one thing I like, you talk about light, and I talk about that all the time. And you said your soul. You know, a lot of people don't tap into that part of it. So what inspired you? So just you tell us what inspired you to write that. Is it from like what you was kind of giving us the background of your brother's memory?
The background is, I believe when I was 8 or 9, in church I was asleep, and my brother, he has to be baptized, and I woke up and I started crying, and they was like, and they took me up, and I said, I want to be baptized too. So we got baptized, and that night, this light shined on me, and I couldn't move. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't cry. I couldn't speak, and it shined on me for a long time. And once the light went away, I screamed, I cried, and everything. I didn't know what was going on, but it I guess it stayed with me for a while. I recently asked the secretary, my uncle, he was my god uncle, he was the preacher that started the Willing Spirit Baptist Church. So I got spirit in there too. Willing Spirit. And she told me it was in January. She don't remember what day it was. But she said it was around
this year in January?
No,
back then in January.
Back then in January. And she said I was either 8 or 9 years old. The number nine means knowledge. 8 is like the form of the number 8 goes, like circles, constant circles,
Right.
and it goes into the 9. From the 9, you go down, and from the 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 9, it goes back to the number 1, which form, and then the spirit of the 0 comes back in.
Okay.
So basically, the number 8 represents continuous, and then the number 9 represents one, it represents destruction, but it also represents knowledge. I used to listen to Earth, Wind, and Fire a lot.
I love me some Earth, Wind, and Fire. I'm telling you, that's
And
one of
they
my
have
favorites.
this one song called Burning Bush.
Want to sing a little bit? So I'm just messing with you. Now go ahead.
Actually, they start out. Let me.
No, I'm just kidding.
But it starts out with a moan, and I can do the moan for you. It starts out. And
so is this what inspired you to write this?
Yes.
Okay.
Because and he asked, his first sentence is, what does it take to show an illustration of the hurt and the pain of a nation?
And that was the illustration.
Yeah, that was the illustration.
I catch on now. See, now you told me the first thing. See, now I put it all together, and that was the illustration of the hurt and the pain.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
So, yeah, it is powerful. Maurice, he was a very spiritual person. Maurice White, he was a very spiritual person. He started Earth, Wind, and Fire. Notice, he started with the earth, the wind, and the fire. He didn't put the wind in there, but the wind, it brings the spirit. And he also has a song on there called Spirit, and the album is called Spirit. So basically, that's what I would listen to that constantly.
And that's how you came to get that. That's how we got. So that's how we got Daniel's word, y'all. That's powerful. And go check out, what is his name again?
Maurice White.
Maurice White. And now he started Earth, Wind, and Fire. So maybe we got to say that for y'all to go check him out. But go check him out.
Yes.
Because it seems like you can get a lot of knowledge from him. Okay. So now, Daniel, I have to ask you. So throughout the years, so you wrote Daniel's word, right? And so we know, as I have been speaking to you, that you're very creative.
Thank you.
I have to say that he's very creative. And you have written a lot throughout the years. Actually, he's written so much, guys, that I had to pick which ones you want to do, because he has a lot that he's written. If you wrote a book, correct?
Yes.
Throughout the years, okay, we'll get to that. So just make sure, okay, y'all know. So we're talking to an author here as well. Okay. Now, after Daniel's word, kind of take us through the mindset that leads us up to your next piece.
Okay, my next piece is basically when I was in California, because I met, I believe it was Bobby Seals. they got me into Laney College. I didn't have my high school diploma because of a situation at the high school. Um, I don't think they want to hear about that right
This is,
now.
I mean, I don't have my high school diploma, but I got GED, so just put it
Yeah.
out there.
Um, and so I was influenced by Bobby Seals also. Uh, like I said, I believe he got me into Laney College because I didn't have no diploma. Their plan.
Now talk about that for a second, right? Let's kind of back up. So now we got Dane's word in 1978, and now 4 years later we up here, and now you didn't even have a diploma, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you said, if I heard correctly, and I just want to clarify for anybody that you still was able to get into college.
Yeah.
I just want to clarify that, okay? Mm-hmm. Because a lot of people, especially now, people think things are not possible because you don't have certain things. So let's kind of go back to that for a second. Okay. So talk about what was the mind frame? So did at any time did you feel like, since you didn't have a high school diploma, since you didn't have a degree, that you couldn't go to college? Is it any time that you did feel like that? I mean, because most of us, you know.
I act like I was in college.
Oh my God. Daniel, give me some. That is the key. You know, they say fake it till you make it. You remember, see, they go back to, remember Daniel was saying earlier how he was going to, like he said he had a, like you faking like he was going to college. He even had a locker, guys. He didn't really have a locker, but he had a locker. Just keyword. Now go ahead, talk about that for a second.
So basically what happened is in my locker I had the long cord and they did a production out in the yard. Mm-hmm. And this one lady came to me. She said, I need a cord. She said, do anybody have a cord? Because they didn't have a cord long enough. I said, I have a cord. And I gave her the cord and this and that. She said, oh, okay. We have this production thing. Mm-hmm. And also, I met a little later, she told me, you know, if you all want to, you know, maybe get into the thing, mm-hmm. come talk to her. And I also met Marvin X Jack Bond. Mm. He was a good friend of Huey Newton and plus Elvis Cleaver. He was Elvis Cleaver, one of Elvis Cleaver's right hand writers. And he did a production called Confession of a Wife Beater. And so I went in the audience. I snuck into the audience.
Daniel, you was sneaking around already. See, man, y'all finding out the real Daniel. See, now y'all see why I call him Daniel C. See what I'm saying? He be seeing through all that, so I just snuck that.
So I seen that he needed somebody to help him. Mm-hmm. So I asked him, I said, do you need a stage manager? You know, I did production when I was in school. Right. So he said, yeah, I need an assistant stage manager. So he let me be his assistant stage manager. Right. And so I did that with him. And he told me, okay, you know, that he knew Bobby Seals and everybody. Okay. So that's how I got with them, and they got me into Laney College without a degree.
Look at that. Look, you hear that? Without one.
So their plan basically was to get me to television production, which I always had the connection. And they wanted me to graduate from that and also graduate, go to San Francisco State, and from there go to Stanford.
Mm.
But I did that by me being homeless.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of hard to, study and stuff like that.
So let's talk about that for a second. So how did you study with being homeless? I mean, because most people when they're homeless, they don't want to study. They're depressed. They're frustrated. I mean, it's like they ain't got no. Most people that's homeless like I ain't got no job. I ain't got no place to live. I ain't got like they can't think. But you, on the other hand, you homeless and you're studying.
I tried to study. This one guy, I was living in well, they have
like little shelters and things
shelter,
like that.
yeah.
Right.
And this one guy came to me, and he said, "What you doing here?" I said, I don't know. He's like, he said, I used to be I guess, a scientist.
Right.
He worked with people that made things that hurt people.
Mm.
He said, I got tired of doing that, so he said, I decided to make myself homeless.
That's deep.
And because he was tired of creating stuff that hurt people.
Mm.
So he told me, he said, you shouldn't be here.
Right.
And so that's when basically, it was a lot of things that I had to go through. So what I did is I went to this one place. It was a like a apartment building, and I started sleeping in there. And this one lady came out. Her name was Haria Emmanuel. Haria Emmanuel. She had a library. I think it was a Universal Library or something like that. And she was like, "Brother, what you doing here?" And to come to find out, she knew Marvin X. So she brought me into her place.
Wow.
And she let me stay with her for a little while. Also, she with her, she had a lot of books, so I would help her set up at the flea market.
Right.
And she would help me.
Right.
And she would tell me that, brother, you need to go around the flea market and ask people to help them set up. So that's what I did. That's how I made my money. I was still staying with her.
Right.
And so they had the performance and everything. And it was strange because I met my best friend. He was one of the militant people in the performance.
Right.
And his name was Ricky, but he changed it to he changed it to a Muslim name.
Okay.
He now he changed it to Baraka.
Okay.
Or Baraka, something like that. He's part of the Uhuru House.
Horror house.
Uhuru House.
I was about to say, can you explain that? What is a horror house?
Uhuru House means freedom. Uhuru means freedom. So basically, they went around talking about freedom and this and that and stuff like that.
Okay.
So after I had to leave Korea, he brought me into his home. He was also a Leo like me. So we got along real good. We're still friends. Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's a picture where I pose as uh, uh, Martin Luther King, and he posed as Malcolm X.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! You got to send me that picture. You gotta send. If you send me that picture, I'm gonna put that in here. I'm trying to tell you. So,
well, let me get back to this right here.
Yes, I was just going.
Okay. It's a poem. It's called. Well, it's not called anything. Uh, it it starts off. When are my people going to see that we need more than money to build our lives? We are the we are the beginning of mankind. We have the ability to gain anything and everything we may need. We are we are before we are before the time of the era of the Egyptians. We built the pyramids then, and if we put our mind to it, we can build them now. We helped build America next to the Native Americans, our forebrothers of this land. We worked in the hot fields with our, our own hands. We created the inventions and the concept of the computer through the math, 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 mathematicians of the Egyptian period. We've even fought the battles of this land for a people that stole us, uh, that stole us to this land from our native brothers, stole us from our motherland in the period of countless things against our culture, fought our culture, fighting for a slave mind system that put chains to our brains, something that we do not need. We are the created masters of civilization and the third eye. We, excuse me, how we once looked up to God in ourselves and praised his holy name, source of the most high God of the motherland and the universe. We can fight and survive by the way of knowledge and using our mind and work together. The Spirit of God, the spiritual force of God is here. The war of the gods is you in the system. We are the third world.
Okay, then, and that's by Daniel.
Yeah.
Okay, and so that is the Dreamer's Reality.
Yeah.
That's the name of it. That's called the Dreamer's Reality by Daniel.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you for sharing that with us. I appreciate that.
It's been a while since
That's okay. It's okay. It's all right. So I want to talk because I know we was talking about back in the days, right?
Mm-hmm.
But let's kind of get to the up here because I know we don't have too much time left.
Yeah.
So let's get to kind of fast forward. So just kind of talk to the people, the community, about some things that you have done here in Cincinnati and some things you plan to do here in Cincinnati?
Okay. What I've done, I what I have done, I met Dick Gregory. Uh, he had done a speech. I was showing him my memoir. I was getting ready to show him my memoirs when these people was moving this piano, so it was too loud. So I got mad. I put my stuff down. I put it down in front of him. I had drew a picture of Egyptian uh, and uh, pyramids and all that. I had the little third eye up there and
Right.
everything. So I put that in front of him, and I went and I helped them lift this thing, this piano. It was heavy. Uh, and he was impressed because they couldn't lift it. And when I went to help them, they lifted it.
Right.
So he looked at me, and then they came and got him.
Mm-hmm.
I was part of this vegetarian group, and they Dick Gregory came in, and the person that started this group talked to Dick Gregory, and he asked me to serve Dick Gregory some food, and I served him the food. So two, and they had a speech here, and I was taping the speech, and these people were bringing something in on stage, and it was in their way. So I was in the third row, and I had to run and move this thing. And Dick Gregory looked at me like, he was impressed of my speed and how I did things. So a couple of years later, he did another speech, and he was getting ready to talk to me about something, and this guy said, "You can't be talking to Dick Gregory," So they moved him out again. In California, I'm going back. I became a part of Jesse Jackson's when he was running for election.
Okay.
The group from Philadelphia, he liked the way they got him in the campaign. So I joined them.
Okay.
And basically what happened is uh, uh, I was part of his security group too.
Okay.
And that's another story. I'm going to just. So they had me standing watching this thing. This Secret Service asked me to stand and watch this door. So basically, I was watching this door, and Jesse Jackson came out. He seen me. He was like, he went back in like, I better go back in. So.
Well, let's talk about. So I understand that, but I wanted to get specific. So we know we get it. You run with Jesse Jackson, all that. Now that's great because a lot of people can't say that. But I also want to talk about some struggles, right? Because I know we talked about all the great things, all the accomplishments, and being homeless, and you said even then you didn't have no. But it has to be a time where you felt, and throughout this whole thing, let me just explain. So Daniel even is remaining confident now because he's going through so much now, and even here as he sit here, you wouldn't even know it, right? He's exhibiting so much confidence. So I just want you to talk about how you remain. What things do you tell yourself? Because I know we have talked, and you have had some down times, right? It's not always been peaches and cream, not up here, period. And so I just want you to kind of talk to somebody who's maybe been in your situation, and that maybe feel like, because if you don't mind me, you mind me talking about the dialysis?
Yeah, I'm on dialysis.
Okay, I was about to say I didn't want to mention. I'm gonna cut this out. Okay, so with you being on dialysis, how long have you been on that? Can you, if you mind?
Yeah, since November um, 2016 after my mother died.
So it's been 9 years.
Yes.
And I've met Daniel last year or the year before, one of them, I believe it's last year. And I say this to say he has exuded so much confidence. He just called me the other day and said, I'm bored. He said, I'm bored. I'm ready to do something. And this is a man that's still doing dialysis, but he exhibited so much confidence. And he talks about strengths. And I just want him to kind of go into these strengths because I truly believe these are some things that all of us can take away and learn how to remain strong and stay confident, because there's somebody else out there that may be going through dialysis, that's depressed, that's living in fear, right? That's struggling.
Yes.
And they don't understand how to build their confidence. But I know you have this strength poem.
I did this years ago.
Hey, but I'm looking at it and I think actually this is going to be perfect. But before we get to that, I want you to talk wholeheartedly, just kind of talk to somebody who's in your situation or that could be in your situation and speak on the thoughts that you may have, but the flip side of it, the thoughts that you must have to move forward and stay confident.
Okay. Wow. It's natural to be weak.
Mm. Can you explain that? Because I don't think people. I mean, I get it, but I just want you to explain it to somebody that might not get it.
Yeah, I mean, we go through so much because basically, I'm going to talk about Black people.
Please talk about it.
We have been through so much throughout the Bible. Basically, the Bible is talking about us, the natural, the we are truly the Hebrew people. You know, we are the people that God raised up and gave the covenant to Abraham, which he gave the covenant to us. And we are the original Jews. We are the original Hebrew people. The Jews out here now, they call themselves Jewish.
But let's stay on track. So
Okay.
Let's talk about the mind frame you had, while like somebody can have while they're going through being disabled or being handicapped or whatever, not they call it, but
Okay.
and having like what they would call, because I like to teach this, okay? We all, and I teach, and then I say this. So we all are, but his kidney, so I don't know what it's, I don't want to do this term wrong, but he's on dialysis. And I want you to kind of talk about somebody else that's on dialysis or that may be facing dialysis and the fears. So I want to stick there about the fears you may have and how you overcome them fears.
Okay, basically, this is the I'm gonna go 75% Black people on dialysis. It might be even more now.
That's deep.
I have a gentleman that I go to the Y with. He can tell you about being on dialysis. And one day I would like to bring him in and let him talk about it. The fear is that it is a death sentence. If you do not go to dialysis, basically the chemicals and everything that's in your body, what they basically do, it's a transfusion. You have to go every other day, 3 times a week. And it's basically a transfusion. They take the blood out of your body
and they're recycling it,
and it's recycling.
So is it like cleaning it out or something?
It's cleaning it out.
Oh, see, I just learned something. I not ever knew that, so I learned something.
So basically, they're draining your blood, and they're taking particles of your blood
out.
and out and putting
Other stuff.
your blood back in. So you're basically drained. Uh, and it's a very, sometimes it can be a very eerie feeling. You know, you feel weak. Sometimes you feel like,
So on them weekdays, talk to us about that. What do you do to keep yourself strong?
I take a bath.
And that's real. That's good.
You
So
know, to get the blood circulating. I take a hot bath to get the blood circulating. I lay down, and then I get back up and I take another bath to get the blood circulating. Then I feel a little bit better.
But what kind of things are you? So what's going through your mind at the time?
I have different thoughts.
Can you talk to us a little bit about? Because let's be honest, it all starts here, right?
Yeah.
So somebody else that's going through that, what up here if they're talking to themselves about the fear of death, of dying, because you know that's what a lot of, like you just said, that's the biggest fear.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of things up here can they stop telling themselves and maybe start telling themselves to stay confident that you did? Like what things did you do out of your experience?
Well, basically, right now I'm trying to get into meditation, because I can't really explain the fears.
I get it.
Yeah, I can't really explain
It's
the fears
unexplainable.
because yeah, it is. You know, it's,
You probably won't understand unless you're in that situation.
yeah, basically, it's the fear of dying.
Now I think we all can understand that because I think the world fears dying, no matter, it's different ways, but we all have a fear of dying.
Yes, and
you know,
it's also the process. It's like a process of them killing you. This is what this gentleman is going to be talking about. But also, I want to go to in.
Yeah, so it's these the things. This is the stuff that you tell yourself, right? So
Yeah,
we're gonna let Daniel go over his strengths.
I'm going to let you read this.
Oh, you want to let me read it? Okay.
Yeah, because I know the time.
Oh, that's okay. You is all right. We is not. Trust me, I'm not a stickler like that. But I know you have somebody waiting on you. So I want to get into this. These are strengths that I think everybody can utilize. So I'm gonna talk about each one. Now, is this the whole? You want me to read the whole thing together?
The whole thing.
All
yeah.
right. So physical strength is exercising. Inner strength is fasting. Mental strength is meditation. Spiritual strength is prayer. Educational strength is learning. Common sense is being able to use your natural senses. Touch, smell, sight, sound, speech, intuition, spiritual awareness. And I love this because if you listen to Queen A enough, you know all these things right here is true. It doesn't matter what you believe, who you believe in, all these things right here will be true. Okay. And Daniel, I'm gonna let you wrap it up before we go. Like, kind of just sum up this and what does these words mean to you, and what you would like for the world to know about this poem right here.
Okay. Basically, now I'm going to the why.
Yes.
And I'm working out. So I'm doing that. I'm trying to gain my inner strength. I try to fast, but by me being on dialysis, it might be dangerous to fast. But if you're not on any medical thing, fasting, if you talk to the gurus and all that stuff, which I have been part of back then, and it helps build your mental strength and help you meditate and try to gain your spiritual strength, which, you know, we all know that there is a God out here. And we all need to pray and just basically, you're saying, Lord Father, I know I have done wrong. And I'm praying to you and I'm asking your forgiveness. And I'm also going through certain things and I need your help. I need you to bring your angels to me and help guide me through my problems and things that I'm going through. So basically, it helps build your confidence, and you need to learn more. That's why I say uh, educational strength is learning how to, do things for yourself and for other people, because uh, our society back then, we used to, uh, um, if there was a builder, where uh, he would build the house, and if you had some type of skill to where he needed, we would share our skills together, and that was our that's what we used to do back when, before we were slaves. In the Bible, it talks about uh, uh, Egypt and this and that, how we became slaves after Joseph, which Joseph was also basically a king, you know, and Joseph was blessed by God, because the pharaohs have had these problems about the dream and all this stuff. If you go back, you can read it in the Bible. But
I'm familiar.
it builds we're trying to build our common strength and build our senses, because we are a light. We were created in the image of God, who is the light. He is the creator. So we are also creators, but because of the system that we're under, they keep us from trying to build. Like I was listening to Tyler Perry when he did a speech, and he was talking about, how we were created to do things, but by us using our natural senses, we can go back to the spiritual people that we naturally are. And that's why I don't know why God gave me this, but this was years ago. This was probably the same year
as them
back then.
Okay.
And
they still hold true today.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you for that. I mean, that was powerful. I mean, like I said, it's everything in there. It still holds true to this day. It won't. 50 more years, it'll still hold true. So that's very important about that right there. And I know now you have some things that you was talking about that you want to get started or do here. So before we go, just kind of let the people know what your plans is, what you plan to get started. Just kind of sum it up for us before we head out here. I know we don't got much time, but just kind of let the people know what you're looking to do and what they can probably look forward to seeing you.
Right now, I'm talking to this one gentleman. I want to create like a video or something, or a stage performance using the old music that the like Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson, back then, that they created. Even Al Jarreau. Al Jarreau, he has a song called "Could You Believe." It's deep, And I think God has put this in me to create, and I want to put it on stage, and I want to bring out not the influence, but I want people to know basically themselves, and I don't know how to explain it. It's just a deep thing that I want to do. Plus, I want before I die. That's where my fear comes from. Not bringing out this what God wants me to bring out, you know. And I want to bring this out, but it's been people holding me back ever since I was young, because they knew what my name meant, my birth name meant. God, my name means God is my judge, my fate over the islands or the rivers all over. So basically, the words that I was supposed to bring out, supposed to go all through the rivers, all through the world. I'm kidding.
No, that's okay. No, that's okay. I know you're getting sentimental, but I'm grateful to at least help you, do that by, this podcast. And so me and Daniel, we're gonna, we are going to put something together and do something. But we've been just getting to the organization of it and getting clarity on what exactly is that we want to bring forward to the world. So I'm looking forward to working with you and things of that nature.
Introduced us together, because he's bringing us together so we can bring this out to the world. Right. This is our mission.
I agree. Oh no, I agree. So thank you for coming here again and doing this interview with me and allowing Queen A to do the interview, because once y'all see Daniel C coming out with all this hot stuff, see, this was back in the day. So imagine what he got coming now, okay, for y'all. Y'all can actually say y'all heard it here first and y'all got to hear the other stuff first, okay? So I brought it to y'all. But I want to thank you for joining us. It has been nothing but a pleasure hearing your story. To me, you are nothing but what I would call a living amazement, like a living testimony, a living light. Like how your story said, you shine so bright, even with everything you're going through. You will call me, you'll be frustrated, but then you'll call me and you happy, right? And I always try to talk to you, like, okay, like we try to talk to each other, so he gives me advice too, because I'm a speaker, so when it comes to anything else, that's not me, and that's where Daniel C comes in. So, but I just want to thank you for even allowing me to be in your life, as far as like doing the things that we're doing now. I look forward to the things that we're going to be doing in the future. Everybody, check him out. He's also, he didn't even share, but he's also a videographer as well. He has a lot of experience doing that. And so make sure that I'll put his information in the video. Once we drop it, we'll have his information there. If you want to reach out to him, if y'all want any videography, or maybe you want somebody to write your poem, I don't know. But Daniel is open for that. We talked about that type of stuff. Or maybe, I don't know, if you just need a volunteer, but he's very creative. Make sure you reach out for that as well. So we want to get him out there.
Abdul, it means servant.
Hey, you heard him. You heard him now. Means service. So before we go, though, I will inspire you just to leave you with this. Just remember, can't nobody take nothing away from you, because what's meant for you won't miss you. It's not going to leave. So don't let nobody get in your way, because I heard you saying this person stopped me and that person stopped me throughout my whole life. So now I want to leave with you that can nobody stop you starting today but Daniel, right? Daniel C is the only person that can stop you. You don't need somebody want to give you the information. Somebody want to give you it doesn't matter. We'll figure out how to get it. You know what I mean? Or look, Google, whatever. It's so easy to get information now. Trust me. Yeah. So when somebody thinks that they want to hold back, nobody's going to stop Daniel C blessing but Daniel C. And remember that along this whole walk, not Queen A, not nobody. okay? And I want to leave you with that because I don't want you to ever think that people are holding you back. When in reality, we hold ourselves back, but thinking somebody else has the key to bless us. You know, we ain't giving you the key to bless. No, I'm gonna bless myself. I don't need you to bless me, right? We don't need nobody's permission. And I want you to remember that. You don't need nobody's permission to get started, okay? It starts now. So that's all I got. I hope you got something from that day, you see. And y'all remember, if nobody else loves y'all, Queen A does. Later.